Hi, I'm James Kahn, and these are my stories. The story is called Three Gurneys. Some of my stories have morals, some make you just go, and some of them are kind of pointless. They're sort of interesting little slices of life, and that's what this is. This is an ER story. I was in the ER at County Hospital one day, and the paramedics roll in three gurneys. One has an unconscious person, the other two are people who are semi-conscious or just waking up. They roll them in to the center booth, and this is the story that unfolds after questioning the paramedics and the patients as they wake up. Elderly lady and her husband were eating breakfast in the kitchen. He suddenly clutches his chest and falls to the floor unconscious. So she calls the paramedics. Paramedics show up. She lives on the second floor of a walk-up apartment. She has to go downstairs to open the foyer door to let them in. They all go up. Paramedics start hooking the man up to the leads to look at his heart. One of the paramedics discovers he left something in the rig, or maybe he tried to start an IV, but he only had one IV set up. So he had to go back down to the rig to get it while his partner keeps taking care of this guy. So the woman rushes downstairs with the other paramedic, opens the door, and stands there keeping the door open so he can come right back in. Meanwhile, the paramedic up with a patient hooks him up to the leads, sees he's in ventricular fibrillation, which is just the heart is going like no regular beats. He puts the paddles on the guy's chest and shocks him. Unfortunately, the paramedic didn't realize his knee was touching the patient's arm at the same time, so he shocked himself at the same time, knocked him out unconscious. Now the woman is so anxious, she just leaves a phone book propping the downstairs door open and runs back upstairs to see how her husband is doing. She sees both of them unconscious on the floor now, and she faints. So now the other paramedic comes back in. He sees all three of them out on the floor. He thinks, oh my God, the only thing that could cause this is a gas leak. So he phones in, radios back to the hospital. There's been a gas leak in this apartment, or maybe it's in the building. He doesn't know. Maybe it's even in the whole block. He calls other paramedics in. They get all three patients out on gurneys and wheel them out. And they wheel the three gurneys into the ER. Well, fortunately, the paramedic who had shocked himself didn't really hurt himself. He just knocked himself out, so he was waking up now. The patient he had actually saved and brought back to life, so the patient is waking back up. And the wife who had fainted is also waking back up. She's okay now, too. Everything seems fine. But now people start flooding into the ER from the building, all convinced that they have been gassed because they've been notified there was a gas leak in the building. And so now we all have to evaluate all them and reassure them that everything is okay. And that's my story of the three gurneys. Thanks for listening, and I hope you come back. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon so you'll be notified when the next one comes up. Thanks a lot.